A walk around the city of Zhongshan. This is China. The weather's overcast and there's a light drizzle. There are motorcycles parked all around, but the air feels fresh and easy to breathe. Why is that? Because there are a lot of electric cars here. Notice the green license plate. Yep, there it goes. Look, Li means it's a hybrid. And here, there's a blue license plate, which means it's a Honda with an internal combustion engine. Check out this futuristic motorcycle over here. You wouldn't even guess it's a Chinese brand, but most likely it is a Chinese brand from the Middle Kingdom. Well, I don't know of any European brand with a name like that, but the owner of this motorcycle definitely loves, let's say, American and European culture, because there's a crumpled $100 bill on his rear fender. So I'm just walking around enjoying all of this culture from the Middle Kingdom, and I notice the signs. Take a look. What does it say there? These are our familiar brands: Focal, PMC, MCG, Vincent, Dynadio, KEF, ATC, Bowers, and JBL. But it's not clear where they're from all sides, and there's definitely no hint of high-end or hi-fi here. There's no such thing as bad weather. It's raining, it's really warm outside, and right next to me is the Shengya store. It's also a cafe, a demo room, and I don't know, a high-end audio equipment shop. Let's go in and see how everything is set up inside. And right at the entrance, we're greeted by a young woman who not only makes coffee, brews it, but also sells various records, of which there are quite a lot here. They have some exclusive items, like 180-gram vinyl. Of course, there's some Teresa Tang here. They say she's very popular in China, but that's not for sure. For example, I don't know her. She doesn't quite measure up to Celine Dion, but as they say, everyone has their own tastes. Some Japanese or Chinese woman. Pretty girl. What do you think? A quirky vinyl record player. Let's walk further and take a look at samples like headphones, stereo systems, and headphone amplifiers. The starting segment. By the way, the vinyl isn't theirs, it's Project. Here we have a stereo system with 3 tubes and a disc. Well, listen, their remote is metal. McGee is their brand that's more aimed at young people and the European market. These items don't sell, as I was told, just like the Monkey King. It made a splash all over the world. I haven't played it. The mechanics are similar to Dark Souls or Bloodborne. Now that was a real game. That was awesome. I finished Bloodborne, and I'll say it's one of the hardest games. Now this is a much bigger room. Look, over there in the distance are Bowers Wilkins. This is one of the very first product lines, but it already has a diamond tweeter. But for the mid-range, it uses Kevlar instead of the signature continuum material. Let's take off the magnetic grills and check out the signature drivers. It's good acoustics, but the new line definitely sounds more interesting, more powerful, and overall just better. But the leather here is softer than on my Bowers. The 2 power amplifiers run in Class A, and that's exactly what this Shengya is. They're quite popular in China. This company likes to use tubes in the preamp section, and even in their sources, they use tubes too. Look, here's the CD player, also Shengya, and it has tubes. 1, 2, 3, 4. The preamp is in a quart style with legs. Everything is massive, solid. Gold, metal, basically everything we love. Let's go up to the second floor, but first let's pay our respects to the Chinese deity. We're on someone else's turf, so we have to respect their traditions. Here's a mini museum with the very first 2 amplifiers. This is the AB32 model made in 1991. You can really appreciate the power and scale here. There are 4 transformers. Everything is in a casing, all gold. It says stereo amplifier, model such and such, everything as it should be. And this model became the VL250. It came out just a year later and became quite popular in China. Probably, it was thanks to this model that the company's rise began. You can see they value them. They put them in these special casings. The young owner of the company, Mr. Hu, I interviewed him. Great guy. We're presenting these archival photos for your attention, so you can look at them, examine them, and draw your own conclusions. And now we're heading upstairs. Luckily, there's plenty to see up there too. There's a man sitting there, and right away, I'm greeted by focal speakers. The interesting speakers, no questions, except for this one. Look, seriously, couldn't they have covered up that bolt? Why did they cover it up here on top, but not here? By the way, on the Utopia, nothing is covered up either. Another thing, the gaps here and here. See how big they are? So much for handmade in France. That's how people work these days. And how much does it cost? 178,000 yuan. Soper number 3. That's a hefty price tag. And look here, the Wall of Honor. What do we have here? Shengya. Some kind of award. 2003 Super AV Award. 2000, 2005, 2001, 2014. Basically, a lot of stuff. Let's keep going. A 30, their signature amplifier, 20,000 yuan. I don't know, seems kind of expensive to me. No, although maybe it's actually reasonable. You have to listen, check everything again. JBL, the classic series. These things just don't play at all. I guess you can only listen to some classical music on them. These Cs, yeah, they're more serious, but their price is always just through the roof. And now we come to the CM19, the year 2019. It took part in the Guangzhou Hi-Fi High-End Show and probably won something. But that's not for sure. Maybe just for attending the event, because sometimes they just give out plaques for that. Bowers and Wilkins with their signature tweeter driver, which is located on top. This is a lower-end model, so the driver's integrated right here. Because of this, the tweeters aren't as isolated, and vibrations are transferred to them, which affects the sound. And this, my friends, is already a clone. This is a speaker system. Vincent, as I understand it, they made it here and tried to replicate the Bowers 800 series, trying once again to isolate this tweeter unit. But honestly, it looks a little bit, I'd even say creepy. What do you think? I finally translated what this inscription means. The best amplifier in its price range? So, not bad. Well done. Oh, what a budget model, 2000 times 12. But overall, it's a passable option. The only thing is that this cable is non-removable, which honestly isn't the best solution. In our Premiere series, all the cables are already removable, so it'll be interesting to try and compare. I like this design, it's solidly built. I think it could even save you from a bullet or, God forbid, from a drone. Seriously? And here's another brand. Again, it's assembled right here, but it's headed for the European market. So I don't know anything about it, haven't heard a thing. Does anyone know what this is? Let me know in the comments. A couple of bookshelf speakers and a few more awards. Bowers. Now this is definitely interesting. It looks like the same speakers, but now these are different systems. The original is Bowers and Wilkins. The clone is Highway Swan. I recognize them by these legs, which I saw at the factory when I visited. Look, Bowers didn't bother with this and just attached silicone. But here, they've put on these serious feet, and judging by the texture, the drivers look very similar. But still, they should be different. Here, there's this bullet-shaped piece. Of course, that's not the best technical solution. Still, the cap on the Bowers is more interesting, and of course, it will give more sound pressure. Which solution do you like more? This one with the cap or the so-called bullet? Right in, friends, and we're heading to the Sound Lab test room. A gathering of young Chinese audiophiles. Let's go in quickly and take a look. We're going in. So look, PMC, 2 flagship amplifiers, a pre-flagship, and, well, a relatively mid-range model, not entry-level. They also have their own vinyl source, preamp, and cables. And here, they're holding an event to test speakers and amplifiers to showcase all this power. Of course, I would definitely add a carpet here. Overall, the room is pretty well prepared. Pay attention to the ceilings, they're sloped. Another detail about the feet. Look, everything here is clearly marked. So people are specifically checking where each speaker should be placed. They calculate the best soundstage. And so that later, when you bring in different speakers, you don't get confused and have to measure everything 10 times. You just place them on those marks. This is actually a really smart solution. I also calculate all of this because to create a good soundstage, you have to try everything down to the millimeter. In the background, there's ATC. The owner of the company said that his favorite brand is Bowers, then PMC, then ATC. He used to really like PMC and ATC, but in the end, Bowers kind of won out. And now that's his absolute favorite brand. There are both younger and older people here, so to speak, and all of them are getting into music, coming here, drinking tea, and listening to CDs. Let's not disturb them. Let's keep exploring.